Oh, this is the old city. That means the new city that I just made just got deleted. And that is just too bad. So let's quit this. I just started a new city for like seconds. And it got deleted. So, new city again. Oh, sorry. There we go. I want something with a lot of land. 82, but that's too flat. It's boring. 7 Lakes I tried and it was kind of meh. Lavender Lake, 75. 84% on Pine Rivers. That's the one I started, but I was like, 54% on this one. Green Peaks. I don't know if I like Green Peaks. I just got a message. Professional streamer aquí talking to themselves y todo. That's what you gotta do. Pearl Bay. See, it's got like volcanoes and shit. 58%. Nah. Twin Fjords. This is the one I said I wanted to do at the beginning, but 69% is just not enough. Although it is 69%. See, this one looks interesting, but how does it have 72%, but it has these huge fucking mountains? Azure Gulf. I don't know about this one. Have I done this one? Crater Falls. No. I just don't know. I think I'm gonna do North Foothills. It has 72, so that's not bad. And those mountains look interesting. Let's see. It's like every time I start a new map, I play it, I learn something new, and then I'm like, well, now I have to implement that from the beginning. So I start a new map again. Every time I get confident with a new task or skill, or I don't fucking know. Let's see. So not too much land here. Oh, here it is. So I can go that way. And I'll probably do these 4. Just because the center is kind of interesting. And it already gives me the freeway. And I already... Oh, tile 1, I get a railroad. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done, sir. Oh, that's a good tile, too. So those 6 tiles look good. 6 tiles. Not that one, though. That's a waste. Maybe this one back here. So 6 plus this one. 7. Maybe 8 and 9. It's gonna be my city. Okie dokes. Let's see. Natural resources. Oh, I got some stuff here. Where's my tile? This is my tile. Okay. I want to try something with this one, and it's gonna be... Damn, this is a difficult tile to start on. Jesus Christ, this sucks ass. But it does have 2 freeway accesses, which is weird. I'm gonna put industry here, and then I'm gonna put people here. No, it's gotta go the other way. Industry has to be smaller. So I'll do industry here, people here, and then move them this way. Yeah, that's the plan. But I want my industry not to be the dirty industry. I'm gonna do the industry. Okay, let's see. First road. Boom, skitty daddle. Alright, industry over here. Let's do something like... a lot of bread. Why is it not? Everything's on. Why is it not snapping to 90? Like at all. It's slightly snapping to 90. Do dirt roads not snap to 90? That's weird. I get over there? Cool. Wow. I have not seen that. That's funny. Cool. Let's see. Water. Oh, definitely over here and over there. Lots of places to put the water. We'll do it on the industry side. Boom. And sewage. Over here. And let's plumb it all up. And I'll follow your method, dude. You know? Woo! Gotta keep the fans happy. Everything's connected. Electricity. Right, I'm doing clean stuff. Fuck. But I have to have dirty electricity. Right? Or I could do wind. It'll cost me more. Output 0 to 8 megawatts. Bam. I'm gonna be dealing with this the whole game if I don't do it now. Fuck it. Damn, I don't want to do that. Could I put it over here, just like the dirty stuff? A little bit of dirty industry in case my clean industry kind of fucking fails. I think that's gonna be the plan, dude. I think. And this gives me access to the train, I guess. Do I want to use it right away? No, I'll be broken for. Dirt road, where you at? Boom. Let's do something a little like... Cool, so dirty industry there. Water. Electricity. This is going to be incredibly expensive. It's like half my money, maybe. I'm planning too much too fast. Power plant. Maybe somewhere in the front. Cool, now electricity. Here's where everything goes to shit. This needs electricity. Where's the other one? Oh, bro, that's far as shit. Alright. That might actually be an easier run. Alright. That should be everything, I think. Water in and out. It's all plumbed. Electricity is going to most of the areas, actually. We're gonna need electricity over here. Residential. Industry. Only a tad. And then, how do I do? Oh, I don't have it unlocked at all. Right. So, well, I did a lot of planning for nothing just now. Healthcare and education. What about industry? Population of 1,300. So I just planned a lot Way too early. Taxes. Wrong thing. I don't have access. Okay, let's just get it going. What do my people need? Bulldozer. The industry is going to be going quick, so let's put on some more roads. Alright. Wow, that's beautiful. Some plumbing. Look at me go over here plumbing things. Because I know that will hurt your soul. I'll add that in so you don't die. That's all you get. Alright. I'm gonna pause and put down some roads before I run out of money. Residential roads. Let's see. I'll do something like this. Oh, not much. Residential. I have a theory that they only build if they need it to be built. So I think I'm just gonna build. Just gonna zone it how I think it needs to be zoned. Let the game sort it out. I think that might actually work. I could be wrong though and totally destroy this town from the beginning. Oh shit. And I don't have the money to fix this. Uh-oh. Loan time. Already fucked some shit up. Alright. Loans. I don't have an axe. Oh, boy. Well, I just broke the map. Now what? Can I make any kind of money without them having any electricity? Or am I gonna have to restart this map? This is kind of dumb. So they don't have water or electricity, and I can't replace this. Right? Not enough money. I just fucked up. I fucked up super early. Damn it. Oh, I don't want to restart this. Oh, look, here's that intersection. The little loopy one. Damn, bro. I just did all this for nothing. I gotta restart. I fucked up. I fucked up. I gotta restart. Damn. Is there any way for me to connect these things that doesn't require money? Damn, if I could, like... Could I move this? No, that's not accessible. Damn it. Ah, give me some ideas, dude. Come on, chat.
So, another thing, Leo, what was I gonna tell you?
Damn, chat.
You fucking sick. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck the chat.
Damn, something else. I was actually gonna tell you something important.
Wow, that was a very useless message.
That's how I started a bunch of games on accident. You know, like I would delete the like electricity wire on accident. Yeah, I would be pissed. Without electricity, now you have to call it a dud and restart.
Restart.
The map.
Fuck.
It's just Grand River.
Damn, bro, I gotta fucking restart. Quit. hope it didn't save so I don't have to delete this in the future. That's more energy that I would have to output for something that failed. Load game. Canberg. Can I delete? How do you delete? You can't delete this for some reason. New game. New map. River Run. That's the name of the town. In Witcher. Ooh, that's really enticing. Grand River, huh? I think I've done that map before. Nah. It's aesthetically kind of boring looking. See, I want lots of land, but I also want something visually interesting. What was it? What was the one I just did? Was it Winfield? No. That's the one. Northwood Hills, right? Yeah, I see the loopy little thing. Okay. There's a lot going on visually, you know? Look at that. That's a pretty picture. That could be like the background to your computer, you know? Interesting. Didn't know you could fuck with the budget so early. Alright. Let's do it again. No fucking up this time. Road. Now I technically don't want to go over there. But I don't want to cross this river either. So I'm just going to do it that way. Starting industry. Residential's over there. This is going to be the super industry stuff. Alright, got my rows laid out. Next, water and electricity. Oh, there's not enough space. Fuck it, in the middle it goes. Cool. Inlet. It'll be cheaper to run over here. I hope. Outlet. Electricity. Does it cost more to run on top of the water? Not really. I'm not going to use the water. Yeah. I probably won't use it anymore, but yeah. got power. I need to bring power over. I did. I got no. I gotta do the plumbing. Got to do the plumbing. Left. What else can I do? Let's just fucking spend it all. Roads. The roads. Going back to the fingers. Four-finger method. I didn't even think about that. Four-finger method. Roads. Yep, I'm good. Residential there. Let's do commercial here. Let's do industry. Damn, they gotta travel far for the industry. That's just they're gonna have to deal with that for now. Come on, commercial. Please build up so they can have electricity. Because I don't want to reroute this. I'm too lazy. Don't fuck me on this. Damn it. Alright, let me build this before I go broke. Yep, let me build before I go broke. Good. Why is the water so broken? Because I didn't fucking put any water. Duh. Damn, almost fucked up real good. Woo-wee. Almost fucked it up twice. Taxes, no loans, budget for water, food, the roads, huh? I'll drop it to 50%. Listen to me. What the fuck? Oh, minimum is 50%. Okay. Cool. You'll get more res. You'll get more res. Filled out, but I'm gonna need money soon. So I can start filling out the industry. I wonder if I can get 1,300 people. What's the number for industry? 1,300 people before I go to this island. Like, can I get that population high enough with just this amount of industry right here in this little triangle? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. And I'm gonna try to make them smart as soon as possible. So I don't have to wait as long. No, no snow maps. Don't miss it, Gary. Just for some water. Whoa. Now, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for a snow map, you know? I don't feel proficient enough to deal with that. And I know it's not complicated, it's just you run regular pipes and then eventually you run better pipes, but... Historical building, shut up. I'm not sure it was an even faster mode. Pro tip, don't put salt in your coffee. Alright, now carefully build these rocks. There's nothing here. Alright, bam. Oh, almost took out the line again. Ooh! Almost took out the line again, dude. I'll check it in a second. Okay. 420 blaze it. Why is it 420? Really? Alright. Let me check this. I'm really at 130. Alright, let's see how much I can do in half an hour. Loans. No. X. 12%. Please. Improve. Well, really not much to see right now. what the hell I'm doing with that, but it's happening. Wow, that's fucking perfect. Okay, I guess that's where it'll be. Is there a place more perfect than that? Let's see. Sure. Next. Start with shit. Okay, water. I always fucking forget the water. Enough for all of you. I think it should. Apparently, so I guess it won't be enough for this other guy. Great, awesome. They got water. Trash collection. Hey, great. Maybe I'll build a bridge. Which I don't believe I have enough money for. Yeah, they really struggle with the trash collection. Maybe it's time to upgrade the roads. I know I gotta upgrade this to something bigger. Alright, I need to build a road this way. Let's see. 3-lane road. I think distance is too short. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, industry, you're about to go. Can I build 3 ways yet? No, so don't delete that. Ooh, I almost did. I'm getting low-key annoyed. I'm getting low-key annoyed. this, fuck this. Fuck that. Great. Roll. Let me go under here. Road. Let me go under here. Come on. Let me go. Jesus Christ. How close can we honestly get to this? Oh, we did pretty close. It's just not a lot of space to work with. I gotta figure this out, huh? I think it's just gonna be an ugly situation. With medium road. Actually, small road coming up this way. Not much anyone can do about that. Next, let's hit play. Is everything fine? Yes, everything's seemingly fine. Great. This isn't going well, to be honest with you. But it's going. It's definitely going. I'll check that message. It ain't working. No, that's for damn sure. I gotta make it pretty. I want this large road to go under the freeway, which means I have to lift the freeway at some point. But I don't have access to freeway yet. And I got a garbage situation. Enough pop-ups. Enough pop-ups. Jesus. Processing status 0. Why the fuck is it at 0? Don't understand. Seemingly working fine. Shut up, game. Alright. Roads. Large road. Lift. Do I want this to be a bridge? Yeah, sure, why not? Looks fun. Go off over here. Yeah, it's gotta go this way. That's access to this place. Great. Great Scott. Hit play. Zone some more industrial. I'll check the message in a second. Boom, 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 boom. Great. Oh, electricity. Electricity! The electricity! I always forget my mistakes. Oh, you can't cross the road. Gotta cross the road. Which is seeming to be that this is zoned for no fucking reason. Alright, well. Why can't I delete things normally? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Electricity is connected that way. And electricity is connected this way. Okay. Jesus. Anyways, let's continue with my plan of destroying this stupid fucking town. Okay. This has to upgrade. Damn it, the fucking electricity. Slow 2 sleep. Oh, I hate this place. I hate this town already. When will I get access to the real industry? I already have access to the real industry. Let's get started on that. Before we go further with anything. Zoning. Industry zoning. I don't really care for forestry, but it's the thing we have the most. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, why not the whole fucking town? Okie dokes. Next. Forestry main building. We'll put it here. Or actually, yeah, we'll put it here. Great. Next. Trees. You said the redwoods. Some dense. I really like these trees. Oh, damn, there's a lot of trees. Never mind. Redwoods it is. Oh, there's the redwoods. Would you? Yeah. Number 1. Sounds humongous. Does this cost me any? Oh, it cost me a lot of money. That's all. Okay. Next. Commerce. Get some commercial. Nobody has electricity. Why the fuck not? Didn't I give you guys electricity? Bro, come on. Where did I break this? Oh. Not bad people of the traffic. There we go. Darcy blows. Alright. Commerce. Did I do that already? Yeah. More industry. Let's just fill this shit out with industry. Let everyone else handle it. Medium road. Upgrade. Ooh, I made a boo boo. Got way too close. Okay. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Dude. Fuck this game. can't move it. So the industry is gonna be gridlocked in these fucking dirt roads. Oh, that was a huge mistake. This is why I don't fucking start with dirt roads. Fuck you and everything you stand for. Damn it. This is why you don't start with dirt roads, because I'm too stupid to deal with it. I don't have the forethought for dirt roads. Oh, I hate this town already. I hate it all. I hate every little bit of this. I'm glad you're leaving, because I don't even want to keep going. I want to watch The Witch. Damn, I hate this town. Alright. Let's deal with this town. You got water. You need electricity. Easy enough. Cool, next. I don't have enough money for the shit you need. Let's go to residence. Need more residence. I got you for some more residence, but this is gonna start getting gridlocked. So, they need cops. Oh, I hate this town so bad. Alright. Let's upgrade all this. Let's just deal with this now. Let's go with the medium road here. No, I went to straight. Why did you say I went straight? Medium road there. And then regular side road. Here. Yeah. Let's see. No. What did I put on that road? I see a house. Oh man. Never again. I will never again do dirt roads. Ever again in my life. Alright, shut up. I need a cop. I hate this town. I'm deleting this. No, fuck it. I quit. Nope. Never again. No dirt roads ever in my life. Fuck this ever again. It's 1:30. Go. Go do your thing. Alright. Go have fun. Do your thing. I'm gonna watch Witcher. Never. I need to. That place needs to disappear from all existence. Load game. Ren's. Yep, that's the place. How do I delete this? It's autosave, so it'll delete itself. Great. What is this? But before you leave, though, check this out. This map was generating so much money, I didn't even know what to do with it. Like, I did a good job with this map. I don't know. Like, it's at 2 million. I set the time to slow because I just couldn't deal with how much money I was getting. I didn't even know if it was fair. But, the mountains were so restrictive that I hated the look of the map. These little plateaus, I don't like the look of this. It all just seems kind of dumb. Yeah, so I kind of don't want to continue this map. And it's like a weird shape. What the fuck is all of this? So yeah. The map's super restrictive. It's like little chunks dedicated to certain things, and I just kind of didn't like that as much. I don't know. And then the biggest issue was this bullshit. Where is it? The underground freeways. I don't dislike them. They just become incredibly difficult to place under a city. You were there for this when I was dealing with this bullshit. This was so hard to do. I had to delete all this shit just to put this piece in. And then I've been meaning to make one for here, which I set up right there. Get out of here. Get out of here. I've been meaning to connect this one to over here, and then I set this one up, doing this 4-way. Look at this. I did the do roundabouts 4-way connection here. This was a bitch to do under, because it's like 6 different or 7 different levels that you go underground, and you gotta like start. You know what? Whatever. I don't like this map anymore. Yeah. So that's what's happening with that. And like what the fuck is this? Look at this. This looks ugly. You know, it just looks ugly. This all looks ugly. What the fuck is this land feature right here, you know? So yeah. I'm done with this map. I'm gonna delete it. I have another map that's successful. For this next map, I'm thinking of doing all the freeways elevated, which is also extremely expensive, but at least they'll be easier to deal with. You know, so we shall see. Anyways, though, any comments, concerns, questions? What would you like to see in the next video? Also, link me the fucking monitor. I want to see the device.
When I was a kid, my parents worked pretty much all the time, so they required me to have a babysitter. And my babysitter was always the same girl. She was 16 or 17 at the time, and she was absolutely stunning. Keep in mind, I was around 8 or 9 at the time. But there's one weekend that she came over that I'll never forget. And the night started off like usual. When she got there, she cooked me some dinner. Actually, it was grilled salmon. This girl could cook. And she was super lenient and cool, so after we got done eating, she let me watch an R-rated movie with her. But once it was time to put me to bed is where things got insane. She walked me up to my room and told me goodnight that she loved me because we were pretty close at the time. Well, I tried going to sleep, but it wasn't working, so I started playing some video games. And after a while, I got bored and still wasn't tired, so I decided to go back downstairs to talk to the babysitter. But when I got downstairs, she was laying completely unclothed on my couch. Doing this, I was at a loss for words. She was so beautiful, and this is the first time I'd seen anything like that in real life, so I could not stop looking. But a few seconds
What
later,
is this
she noticed
TikTok?
that I was looking at her. I can follow for part 2.
That was a bullshit ass TikTok.
So I was like, nervous for what? And I was like, you'll be fine. And then yesterday when you said that, I was like, I get it. I get it. I see why you're slightly nervous, but it's okay. The first one's usually the easiest one, I think, because you've got so much like excited energy, so much adrenaline going that you do great. It's when you have to come back for another one and you're like, do I really want to do this?
Right? Yeah.
When she sees it's not that bad. Yeah, with my new machine I'm using, the rotary, it's so much more, it hits differently, and it doesn't beat up the skin a lot. So I'm able to do more delicate tattoos.
Hurry up, the suspense is killing me. Right?
Okay, so slowly go that
Slowly kind of pivot your body that way toward, like, turn toward the wall.
Other way, keep going, yeah, keep going.
Yes! It's so good. Pivot back the other way slowly. So pretty. Yay!
And then I'll bring a little, like, bud up here.
Yeah.
Thanks for choosing me.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure.
No
First tattoo?
pressure.
No pressure.
I'd have sworn you had another.
Driving so slow, but BK is from Texas. Me, I'm out that Bed-Stuy, home of that boy Biggie. Now I live on Billboard, and I brought my boys with me. Say what up to Tata, still sipping my top. Sitting courtside, Knicks and Nets give me high five. Nigga, I be spiked out, I can trip a referee. Tell by my attitude that I'm most definitely
Tell me your packet. Slash Tell me your packet.
Actually, I'm gonna be quick like this. Alright, bro. Later, man. Good luck with that. I'm gonna go check out the car. I'm probably gonna spend like an hour bullshitting, and then yeah, I'm probably not gonna get out today. I'm probably just gonna watch The Witcher. I don't know. I don't really want to go to Maryland. I really don't. But damn, I got nothing to do. Fuck me. I'm gonna go check out this car. Goodbye.
Oh, sí, 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 sí. Cómetelo. Cómetelo. ¿Quieres más? Sí, sí, yo sé que sí. Son buenos, ¿verdad? Cómetelo todo, toma.
No.
Sí. Ahí está, para ti.
Uno más, uno más.
Diablo.
Así.
Oh.
Uno más. Alejandro, ¿quién viene para acá para Navidad? Nadie, ¿verdad? Que yo sepa. ¿Y
¿Quién viene?
Lorenzo? No, Lorenzo no viene. Claro, ¿por qué le quitan una cosa de esto? No es mejor comprar de eso. Por eso no sabe que tienen que llevar como allá, ¿verdad?
Sí, tienes razón.
Esta mamita está linda ahora. ¿Dónde está la gracia? ¿La botaste? Ay.
Ajá, ¿a dónde? Ah,
Para los animales. Y fue el culebra, todos me tuvieron que llamar salvavidas para llevarse los animales. El mundo está acabando ahí. Tremendo Haitita, tremendo actriz. Yo me fue Venega. Soy de Chabela. Yo no, Riel. Yo no, Riel. Un accidente ahí grande, que hay como 30 carros adelantados. A la vera Fredindón. Mi hermano me decía, pero adelantado, tanto la cara. La gente no está cuidado, el borracho, con su hermano. Hay un minuto. Un culazo, Leandro.
ok.
No vale, tú.
Voy a ver el televisor.
¿Qué diablo es eso?
Desodorante, creo yo.
Y son tantos.
Dos cajas, son dos cajas.
Está bien, está bien. Vamos a pie. ¿Y cuánto fue que yo te compré? ¿Usted te va a durar una vida a ti? Una tenida te va a durar eso, ¿qué coño?
Mientras compra uno vale 5 pesos. Digo, yo no sé, ¿se fue? No.
Pues deja de salir.
Yo no, pues yo no tengo el...
¿Pero dónde tú buscaste pavo?
Eso fue para allá abajo, porque eso hace un mes. El que se notó ayer, porque...
¿Qué quieres poner?
¿Qué está? Que se va a ir. Claro, o sea,
¿A dónde tú quieres poner? ¿Cómo gasto?
¿cómo no lo va a hacer?
No lo vendas, más.
Hijo, yo no...
Si tú lo vendes, nunca más te compro todo eso. Va a durar tu vida sin desodorante.
Hijo, yo no estoy vendiendo nada, hijo. No jodas tanto, hijo. Cara de culo. Le dije Merry Christmas y me dijo, same to you. Es mucho su traga, yo no tengo nada de tragar, hijo.
Mejor nosotros.
¿Puede que llegue una toalla? ¿Falta una toalla?
Yo no le doy nada, toalla.
Usted sí, pero yo no.
Yo no.
Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC? A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time to give you free.
Y los azulitos no vienen, lo que tú ordenas, lo de...
¿Cuáles?
¿Cómo fue?
No.
The moment we've all been waiting
Welcome back to the Garagium, everybody. Seemed like that was the most suggested name and probably the most name that makes the most sense for this place. We'll give it some more time before deciding on anything permanently. Today, we are going to epoxy the floor. After all the work that we did in the last video, over 30 minutes of wonderful power washing, grinding, cleaning, with only a little bit more work now, we'll be ready to epoxy it. We've already power washed the floor once last night and it turned out amazing. The floor looks awesome. It's not very dusty. Today we're going to degrease it and then we're going to acid etch it and then we're going to primer it and epoxy it. Before we get back into it, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you to all your support on Patreon. Thank you to all your support just on the last 2 videos. Every dollar, every view, comment, like, share, it all makes a big difference. It adds up and makes a big difference. So thank you. I really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, I'll have a link in the description. Also, from now on, I'm including links to all the stuff that I'm using in the videos. So all the recording equipment, all the epoxy stuff, the cleaner degreaser. If you guys are interested in any of it, need to purchase any of it, I'll have links in the description down below. And going through those links will support the channel as well. Now, let me show you what we got. Rust-Oleum concrete degreaser. It's just degreaser. Let's get into it. We're going to start by wetting the entire floor with the power washer, and then we're going to degrease one section at a time. It's as simple as just pouring the degreaser onto the concrete, scrubbing it a bit, and then rinsing it off. Woo! Stuff's pungent.
Light the place on fire.
Yeah, I do kind of feel like I'm pouring gasoline.
Oh, you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's a fuck ton, babe.
Huh?
Like, that's a lot.
The box, this thing said it only covers 200 square feet. I just poured more than 200 square feet. Well, tomorrow we paint or epoxy. We epoxy.
What's the future of cooking?
Sous vide.
The CD.
Meet Sous Vide, the magical all-in-one countertop kitchen robot. Sous Vide saves you time and lets you cook delicious meals for you or your whole family. The best part? It takes up less space in your microwave. Planning ahead? Simply load your ingredients, schedule dinner, and Sous Vide does the rest. With its revolutionary cool-to-cook technology, your ingredients stay refrigerated until it's time to start cooking. Sous Vide's
It is 48 hours after that last clip. We've given the concrete plenty of time to dry. Finally going to apply the epoxy. Now, if you've been paying attention, we are skipping 2 steps. We're skipping the acid etching and we are skipping the primer. I did a little bit more research and turns out the acid etching it's not necessary if you grind the floor. Acid etching is pretty much a easy way to grind the floor chemically. But if you actually rent a grinder and physically grind the floor, you don't need acid etching. And then the primer that I had gotten was a recoat primer. It was designed to help the epoxy adhere to old epoxy and bad floors. Yet again, since we grinded the floor and actually got it right, the epoxy is just going to adhere better straight to the concrete than it will to the primer. So we're ready to epoxy. So we have 6 2.5 car garage kits. Theoretically, that should be able to cover 3,000 square feet, but pretty much every review I read online says that it doesn't cover as much as it says it does. So hopefully this will be enough for all 1,600 square feet. The epoxy comes in these bags, separated into 2 parts. The process is just to mix these 2 parts together, and then pour it onto the floor in little ribbons, spread it out with a roller, edge it with a paintbrush, put some decorative flakes on it, and then repeat. I mean, without further ado, we're gonna get started. This is the make or break moment. It's really exciting, but it's also really nerve-wracking because if it doesn't go well, then literally the past 2 weeks of my life were a total waste.
Mine too.
Yeah, yours too. The epoxy we got, it's like a light gray, high gloss with blue, gray, black, and white flakes. Really excited. I'm kind of more excited for paint. I'm excited to move into this damn place. Got my instructions, got my bag of epoxy.
Okay, where are you from? Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. I am from Chicago. Combine components part A and part B by placing the pouch on the ground and rolling it from part A towards part B. So, you roll it like a toothpaste. Wait, they're tracking. There we go.
Scary.
So that broke the seal, and then we mix it for 2 to 3 minutes. And then we literally, instead of pouring this into like a bucket and then applying it with the roller, we pour this straight onto the ground. So I edged it along, and then Audrey's spreading it. So we only apply the flakes on the back section. We leave a little bit of a wet section to blend the 2 layers together, and then we just keep going.
to a phone plan with built-in spam blocking.
All right. It's dry, right? It's dry. Wow. So, like, I feel like I'm gonna ruin it just by walking on it. This is my first time seeing it since, I've let it dry. Especially back here where there's some lighting. Wow, it's amazing. It's perfect. Super glossy, super even. It looks like didn't have any weird reactions anywhere. Not that I can see, at least. Still good over here. It's still, far from what I want. It's especially over here, it's really dark. The walls are nasty. But when you're over in this section, you get a glimpse at the potential of this place. Already it's got, look at that! The one thing I didn't really expect is it makes the area just so much brighter because light's reflecting off the ground now. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. It was so much work, so much money, but at the end, it was worth it. Of course, only time is going to tell if this stuff is going to hold up, but I'm hopeful. I mean, it's their premium stuff. We did all the prep work. It really seemed to adhere nicely. I mean, I think it's going to be good. Fingers crossed, at least. I'm figuring some of you guys are interested in a price breakdown on how much it costs for me to do this myself. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys have garages that you might want to do yourself. I bought 6 2.5 car garage kits. We only ended up using 5, but I gave the last one to a friend of mine. It was $1,500 for just the epoxy. Now, that also included things like the rollers we needed, and the flakes. But we also had to rent a floor grinder. That was $500 for 2 days. Some things that I had to spend money on that you guys probably wouldn't have to spend money on. I had to buy a new vacuum because mine broke. That was like another $100. Had to buy a pressure washer to pressure wash the place. That was $350. And then dust bags for the vacuum, filters for the vacuum, other consumables like tape, razor blades. I think we can safely say this floor cost me $2,500 to $2,600. Yikes. But I think that's about half the price that I would have paid a professional to do it. So I did save myself some money, and already, even without the wall paint and the lights, I'm saying it's worth it. As long as it holds up decently, it's worth it. Speaking about the paint and the lights, that is the next step. Now that the floor is totally done, we just have to paint the place, install the new lights, and then we can start moving in, start getting the new fab equipment, start getting the new mechanic equipment and tools. Right after I film this video, I'm starting work on the walls. That's the next step. Because although this floor looks awesome, it makes the walls look worse. Because the floor is so clean, you really get to understand how nasty the walls are. So we are going to primer the walls and paint the walls a nice semi-gloss white. That will hopefully make the place brighter. It'll get rid of all the stains. We're going to paint over all the conduit and the poles and stuff to hopefully make the walls just look a little bit cleaner. We're going to take the pegboards down, and we're going to paint all the way up to the ceiling. And then I actually got a LED light sponsor for this place. We are getting almost 100,000 lumens worth of LED lights. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy it, even though it was a short video compared to the last one, but hopefully also super satisfying. And the end result, good. The garage.
I mean, here's the thing.
You're a jerk for even doing this in the first place. He's officially back, and we're kicking things into high gear on both the build and the farm. We have big changes happening here. 3 years of nonstop work has things finally coming together.
It's coming. It's right around the corner.
We're nearing the end of this portion of the build, and somehow we've managed to make it through without any major mishaps. Kind of.
Oh my god!
So we made a touch of a mistake. With the two of us back working together, there's not much standing in our way, other than Josh claiming he's only 92% healed.
Can't milk that for like the next year. Get the kids off.
Right, it's definitely out of whack. Got too dark last night, obviously. I hurried it up, you know?
We have 2 pieces of railing to finish this entire stretch along the front of the deck. They're just really small sections, so it shouldn't take us long to complete. We just couldn't do it last night because it got too dark too quick and we didn't want to make any mistakes.
So we're going to go ahead and button up this last portion today. It feels like these projects only last long enough for us to figure out how to do them and finally start doing them well. And then we're on something else now. Why is that?
And that's just basic wavy guy maintenance, right? Next up, Carvana. Oh boy, Carvana just...
So she really had to sit right there while you work?
Yeah, pretty much. She has no shavings all over her, too. Look at her.
Oh no.
She doesn't mind. She's hanging out.
Really? Look at you. You're a mess.
She came there and laid there, by the way. As I was working.
She loves you. You're a good kitty.
Alright, next side, girl.
You want to talk about how much this railing is like changing the whole look of the deck? It looks so good.
Yeah, it's much needed. It's a much needed look.
Wait until you have grass.
I know.
That's going to be the biggest
We've
improvement
been talking
yet.
about that for about 3 years now, having grass. So,
Wishful thinking. Get rid of the mud lot.
it's coming. It's right around the corner.
So we made a touch of a mistake. We lined this up with center and not this up with center. And Josh is a little distressed about it because this is the way that Josh gets. However, if you come over to my house and you count my railing to see that I am off a smidge on my railing, then we're just not friends. So I'm not worried about it. Hey, Josh?
It's a simple mistake. I counted these real quick, and I found center. I counted even and even, and I obviously messed up because this right here is center. She goes 7, 7. This guy's center. I must have counted 7 and 7, forgot him, missed him, and put him in center. I don't know how I did. So I'm assuming I did. I did count it.
Nobody's gonna notice.
You know what the problem is?
What?
I've been out of it for weeks now. I came back in there. My first was a big mistake.
I know. That's why I'm gonna give you a break. I'm the skilled one these days. You still need a little bit of work, you know?
It's not true.
Maybe you should hand it back over to me, Josh. We won't have these types of errors.
Get the 4-foot level. Let's measure this level. Let's see how it's on this wall is real quick.
Are you serious? I bet it's perfect. Chuck was here that day.
I'm scared to do it, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens when the sun goes on.
That looks too big. Okay, that's almost perfect. I mean, that's almost perfect. You can't complain about that.
I mean, here's the thing.
You're a jerk for even doing this in the first place.
You're touching the line, so no, it's not.
It's close enough.
See, that's how it looks. The wall's it's a little bubbled. It's okay. It's kind of like your backside.
You're really trying to not eat dinner tonight, aren't you? I have to have a little bit of dirt dug out. That one's perfect.
Not perfect, but it's close. It's good enough, you know?
If I get 2 out of 3, I win. That's you can't cheat like that.
Relax, girl.
Well, you're gonna have to pick a different one. He's almost perfect too.
Nah, he's touching the line. Look at that.
It's almost perfect.
Not
Look,
close.
if it's in between the 2 lines, that counts.
That railing looks like now. Look at it.
That's because you did it, not me.
So, you can't tell the center or not, because the big issue I'm going to see is that side right there is going to be a couple inches bigger than that side.
Nobody's gonna come over with a ruler and measure your railing. Or treatment.
I know. That's the issue.
It looks great. It'll be fine. Now your drywall job, on the other hand, that's that one I'm still trying to get over. Okay.
The few spots got fixed on drywall. It's not perfect.
But now it leaves my calendar is filled with things. Days ahead, I'm looking to. I've done all that's been asked of me. So honey, now I'm trying to impress. Now I'm taking off the covers. Talking about me, and it feels so delightful to have nowhere to be. 'Cause I got a pocket with a little guy, car with a tank guy, just nowhere to be.
You and Millie showed up for snacks, didn't ya?
Time to kill and days to see. 'Cause I could end up anywhere I be. Exciting places that I could roam through. Mountains that I've got home to. Either way out.
Tonight, guys, I'm going to cook you a delicious meal and tell you about how every plate sponsor of today's video has dramatically simplified my life. I used to spend These days, I let one.
Pour down here.
That's not in my job description.
Build that freezer in your back, carrying that in is. You get a little hump shot, you know, you're like, this go. Ugh.
I'm gonna get squashed trying to carry that in. That's your job. You know?
Not my ribs. They are getting better.
You can't milk that for like the next year, Josh. The gig is up.
See, I'm right now. I'm probably 92% is where I'm at. So I'm getting there. I don't think I can put it on my back though.
Yeah, you know that last 8% is probably gonna take the longest to get on. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you about that.
What the hell did you do there?
I installed a dryer in the powerhouse, and then I took it out and I didn't fill the hole. No problem with that?
That's not.
Now that the tools are out of my powerhouse.
It's my powerhouse.
I'll be serious, okay? Now that my tools are out of my powerhouse. Is that fix it for you? Is that better? Was that better? Okay. We're going to return the powerhouse to its original purpose.
Yes, the freezer's in here.
Well, we already have one freezer in here, but we got to put another one in because we can't fit all Josh's little W's in the chest freezer. We need an upright. We have one chest freezer that is full of all the beef and pork that we've raised on our farm, and now that our meat chickens are at the age where they're ready to go into a freezer, we're going to move an upright freezer into the powerhouse and kind of switch everything around a little
Yes,
bit.
so all the cuts of beef and pork we have, they're going upright, organized a lot better.
Yes.
And then all the chicken was good thrown in the chest out.
Now, what's the plan?
Plan is for me to lean it back a little bit. I'm going to bend down.
You can't lift that up.
I can.
You want me to lift it up for you?
No, I think I got it.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
It's pretty
I told you
heavy.
I'm at 94%.
You said 92% earlier.
Well, I'm wearing down.
Oh my god!
Push it up. Come on. I got gloves, dude.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, you got your first cubicle crate?
$3.
Welcome to the club. These crates aren't just amazing steam.
big changes happening here on our farm as we work to switch our method from rotational grazing with electric fencing to rotational grazing with permanent infrastructure. We've been using electric fencing for probably about 8 years now, and while it's worked really well, it's gotten more and more complicated and more time consuming as we've gone from just chickens to chickens and pigs, and then chicken, pigs, goats, sheep, cows, and then separating all of these animals based on, male and female. It gets to be a lot. You're moving a lot of electric fencing, and even if you're kind of dispersing it so that you're only moving a couple of groups each day, it's a ton of work. If we were putting all of our full-time work into farming and that's how we made our living, then I could see it being doable, but we are full-time doing construction work, and we're trying to raise our own food for our family, and we're trying to raise 3 kids and homeschool them, and it just gets to be a lot. And we need to simplify. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the same principle of rotational grazing, but we are going to make our life so much easier by just having permanent infrastructure in place for each group of our animals.
So the entire pen would be 300 feet by 65 feet. So we're going to divide into 12 paddocks with 2 8-foot gates to hopscotch the entire way down. It would be a 4-foot run to the very back side to bring it back up.
The first thing we need to do is drive some T-stakes about every 5 feet apart and then start putting up the hog panels. So we have about 17 posts left that we need to drive in place before we can finish this very first paddock. However, it's starting to get dark outside and the pigs are here. They're in a little crate over there that we use to transport pigs. We don't want to leave them in there. I know that, transporting any type of livestock can be a bit stressful for them, so we'd like to get them out, and we're obviously not going to finish this paddock before nightfall hits. So what our plan is to get up a temporary paddock right here inside what's going to be their permanent paddock. That way they can be out for the night and be happy and comfortable, and we don't have to chase pigs in the barn or in the stall underneath the barn in the morning.
That's worse.
Honey, there's plenty, I don't believe.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, I know.
The moon? It is. It's almost full. It's going back behind the clouds.
What you mean to me? You keep me steady. And pull me down, you close next to me. Honey, I'm ready. Know what I mean.
This weekend looks tonight. Yeah, it'll be good for tonight. Yeah, we'll open up the big paddock tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm gonna open that whole thing for my little pig. Okay.
You're home.
Go pick pick. There you go. Alright, Chris, get this cage out of here.
I guess Frank.
Oh yeah, that's good, huh?
That's good stuff. Right.
What you mean to me? What you mean to me? What you mean to me?
Some big ass trick.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey. Wait, Mom, before you check out, do you have Honey installed?
What's Honey?
Oh, no. It's a free
Required Wake Up Interactive. Janet, is this one that catches you by surprise at all?
No, by surprise, no, because Tencent can acquire anything at any time, it feels like, because, as Taylor notes in the article, they've made plenty of acquisitions this year. I actually forgot about the Sumo Group one, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then Sumo Group was the developer of Sackboy. Sackboy just feels like so in that Little Big Plant style that I totally forgot that it wasn't, properly from that original team, but yeah, I think this is like par for the course. I think, as usual with these things, you can have maybe different feelings towards like the group acquiring, right? Tencent. Like I'm not going to say I'm like a Tencent fan or that I'm passionate about Tencent, but in the lease's wording, which we'll see how it ends up turning out, it is very much stated as we are acquiring them to like have them in our portfolio and like to kind of provide support, but they're still going to do their own thing. Like it's totally the same. It's just changed. Obviously, we'll never know if that's true until once we see it, working out, and then even then, we might not always be privy to what's going on behind the scenes. So my thing for these is always, as usual, I hope that they signed a good deal. Hopefully they're excited about it. I imagine that Turtle Rock wouldn't go into this unless they thought it would be for the betterment of their studio. So hopefully they are, right in that judgment call, and that this only, benefits them in terms of support and security and creative freedom and things like that. It does seem like it is very much we want this in our portfolio and we're not really going to be as directly involved. Which can also be for better or worse. Maybe they would benefit from more direct involvement. I don't know. I can only assume and lightly trust that they would do what's best for their team and their studio, and that this acquisition is that for them.
Yeah, and I 100% agree, right? I think the best case scenario is that you don't really see a big change in how Turtle Rock operates, right? You don't see like the Tencent come through and make big changes or going to have big influence or to increase revenue or in order to turn their games into like what Riot is doing, right? I don't want to see Turtle Rock change in big ways like that in order to just make money for Tencent, right? I want to continue to see Turtle Rock be Turtle Rock and make the games that they want to make. And these kinds of consolidation and like acquisitions like this can be scary and or good news for a lot of reasons, right? I think on the scary side, it is what I'm talking about in terms of the change and in terms of like, okay, cool, are we going to consolidate into 8 big major gaming corporations in the world and everything, and all those corporations own everything? Like that I think that is a worst case scenario, right? That is what I do not want. But what I do want is for independent developers to feel secure and feel like they aren't making a big risk with every single game that they're putting out. Okay, cool, we're going to put out Back 4 Blood. Is Back 4 Blood going to ruin us because it doesn't sell anything, right? I think that is always a scary thing for independent developers. And so for them to have the security, I think it's going to be big for them and allow them to create more games in a comfortable way, which is a good thing. By the way, did you play Back 4 Blood? What were your thoughts on that when that came out?
No, I didn't play Back 4 Blood. Did you? Are you a Back 4 Blood person?
I wanted to be. I played it a little bit when it came out, and I also played like betas and demos leading up to it. And the first beta was an alpha. The first pre-release version I played of Back 4 Blood, like this time last year, like right when they announced it at the Game Awards. I enjoyed it. I like the card system. I like how it felt. I thought it had promise, but I wasn't like completely sold on it. I was like, this seems like it's going to be good. We'll see if it's my kind of thing later on. I know like Greg and others were a little bit more high on it than I was. And then playing like the PvP stuff, I was like, okay, this seems cool as well. Like all this seems like it's going to be solid. But again, I don't know if I'm going to be over the moon on this game. When it finally came out, I had friends that got super obsessed with it. Like my friends Rihanna and Danny were on it. I think they played all the way through it. And I forget if like they loved it at the end of it, but I know that they were into it. And I played like one or two sessions with them. And by the time I finished it, I was like, no, this just isn't for me. Like I just don't care for this. I think it's the thing of those types of wave-based like zombie games, like the Left 4 Dead style games. I think I don't know what it is. It's hard for me to like feel invested and feel like I want to level up, and I don't know exactly why. I just can't like get all the way into it.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, it's just not a genre or style I've really spent much time with, and of all the time that I do have, it's lower on my priority list to like dig into, because I think it is so like. It's also one of those things where if you don't play it, like no one seems to care. So I'm like, okay, like this will just be the one thing that or on the pile of things that I won't really get around to. But we'll see. You know, I'm not big on like multiplayer stuff to begin with, anyway, so it's kind of a rarity for me.
Yeah, and I think you're right in terms of not many people were talking about it in a very big way once it came out. I think the people who played it, and the people who didn't play it didn't feel like the need or like the nudge to play it because people were like, "Yo, this is a must play right here." You know, like I like those games to like hang out with friends. I think that's my main thing is I use a Back 4 Blood or an Aliens Fireteam Elite or any of those kind of like 4-player survival kind of games to like hang out with friends and kick it, but I don't. On a gameplay level, I don't necessarily care for the progression in those games. That said, like there are games coming up that like I want to get into, like Rainbow Six Extraction. Seems like it's going to speak to me more than Back 4 Blood or Aliens have, and that's because it seems like that's going to have a lot of Rainbow Six Siege mechanics, and like literally the operators from Rainbow Six Siege are going to be in there. I assume they're going to control them a similar way, and the game's going to have similar stuff going on. That speaks to me because I like Rainbow Six Siege. And so maybe that'll be the one that turns around for me and makes me go, okay, no, this is just my version of this game. Like I haven't found my version of what this 4-player co-op wave-based like roll ball down type of game is. But maybe we'll see. Maybe it'll be Rainbow Six Extraction. Let's hop in. Story number 2. Stalker 2 developer cancels NFT plans after blowback. This is Owen S. Good at Polygon. The makers of Stalker 2, part of Chernobyl, on Thursday evening abandoned plans to introduce NFTs to their post-apocalyptic game shortly after posting and quickly deleting the lengthy defense of the revenue-generating scheme. Quote, based on the feedback we received, we've made a decision to cancel anything NFT-related in Stalker 2, GSC Game World tweeted. Quote, the interests of our fans and players are the top priority for this game, the company added. We're making this game for you to enjoy, whatever the cost is. If you care, we care too, end quote. On Wednesday, the studio and publisher announced plans to, quote, let the community own a piece of Stalker 2, end quote, a sequel to the 2009 cult hit Stalker Call of Pripyat. In addition to commoditizing in-world items for players to buy and sell on themselves, GSC Game World planned to auction an in-game NPC appearance built on the winning bidder's likeness. Among other community platforms, the Stalker subreddit's response was immediate, indignant, and unified. Fans posted memes rejecting GSC's plans in vulgar terms, ripped the studio for jumping on the NFT bandwagon before showing actual gameplay in a game due to launch in 2022, and vowed not to buy Stalker 2, which they waited 13 years for. GSC Game World responded late Thursday afternoon with a defensive, all-caps rebuttal that would be quickly retracted. Quote, GSC Game World is an independent game development studio. Just like all the other devs, we need two main resources, time and money. Yesterday we announced the first tokens, the faces of several NPCs. They aren't even involved in the story, but some of you thought we would go a bit too far from here. That's why we want to transparently disclose our plans for the future NFTs, end quote. Those plans were to include names of the owners on some in-game desks/walls/ etc., gloves/tattoos, skins/badges for the multiplayer mode, and collectible cards. The cards would be transacted on the blockchain only, with no integration in Stalker 2. The players weren't having it. About 90 minutes later, GSC Game World posted the apology and retraction. Janet, did you follow this whole debacle as it was going down?
Kind of interesting pieces. Like I saw it sort of trickling in. Like I had first heard, I think I was actually recording some of our min-max holiday stuff, or our end of the year, which is just end of the year game discussions. And so what Kyle had mentioned about like the Stalker 2 NFT things, because we were talking about NFTs with like with the news and like Ubisoft and everything like that. And then when I saw later on, like on Twitter, where everyone was all, I mean. Obviously, I'm sure people were like, okay, I'm glad they rolled it back because this is like a negative thing. But then it became like, that's its own meme where people were like, how's it started? How's it going? And it's like 30-minute gap between these two things and kind of being dragged for that process as well. So I heard about the original announcement and then I saw the dragging later, and that was kind of my trajectory of it. Yeah, I mean, this is like there's so many pieces here to dig into. I mean, one of them is that, it's funny because I feel like a year or two ago, and I'm sure there's been plenty of examples throughout history of companies rolling back decisions based on feedback. So that's not new to 2021. I don't want to act like it is. But I will say that there have been, times where I've seen fans and peers talk negatively about like some type of decision, and then there's always like that group of fans that's like, we have to tell them, or we have to not buy this because like, we can be the change and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, sometimes, but sometimes not, and it can feel kind of hopeless. So I think the one good thing, obviously, again, like never, attacking developers personally. There are limits to how you voice your feedback, but I think the pushback here was a time where we saw that have real change, and I think that can be empowering for consumers. Granted, that's also kind of scary because consumers can be horrifying, but this is them listening to that feedback. But it also, on the negative side, one thing I always note from these sort of rollbacks is you showed me who you wanted to be, though. Like, you were the NFT person. The reason you're not doing it is because the pushback was so loud and so big that it was going to hurt your bottom line, which is, and hey, everyone cares about their bottom line, so I don't think it's inherently evil to care about your bottom line, but this is who you actually are. We just didn't let you do it. Kind of like, we've seen this with plenty of other companies with, like, when Microsoft had always online stuff, it's like, okay, but who you want to be is to make me always be online. And obviously they haven't gone anything that extreme, but you showed me who you are through the decision that you made, because this is, I'm sure this wasn't a spur of the moment thing. This was probably a conversation and a plan, and then you talked about what your future plans are, so this wasn't a flash of the pan thing either. And then you talked about the fact that it is how you're looking to monetize. So I think the negative look at this is, like, how long until this becomes just so widespread in our society that it's unavoidable and ends up seeping back into games again? Because we already know that that's what you want, because you want it to make money, because that's what you did. So yeah, there's like a lot of pieces here. But what's your general read on this?
I like that they retracted it. I'm right there with you in terms of, like, how did you end up in this place, right? How did you, like, end up in a place where you're like, this is the decision we want to make with our game? Especially for a game that I think has been having a good run up until now, in terms of PR and in terms of marketing. Like, this game was at an Xbox presentation, I think during the summer, and when it appeared, like, I was a person that I've never cared about soccer, but seeing that trailer, I was like, oh shit, this looks really cool. And it's gonna be on Game Pass? Holy shit, it seems like it's gonna be super dope for Game Pass and for the developers and for soccer too. So for them to see them trip over this, I think is unfortunate. And seeing the NFT stuff in the last month appear in video games makes me wonder, how in specific cases, how we ended up here. Because in the Ubisoft case, that feels very much like a big corporation seeing an opportunity to make money easily through a thing, and they go for it, and then they realize that the audience doesn't want it, and they have to reckon with that and figure out if they're just going to continue with it or not. This being on a smaller scale of an independent studio doing this, and trying to find a way to make it happen, and then also trying to justify those decisions to their audience. I wonder how much of it is them being misguided and them being like, cool, all right, what are the ways we're going to fund our game? Okay, well, games are expensive. We gotta take our time in development. Who can we talk to? All right, let's talk to Xbox. Let's get it on Game Pass. Okay, how else can we fund this thing? Oh, there's this new NFT boom going on. All right, who can we talk to? Get a consultant in to talk to us about NFTs and teach us how they work. And then that consultant leads them astray, and it's like, oh yeah, just do this, this, and this. They present to the audience hates it, and they go, fuck, this was our plan, like, this was gonna make us the big bucks, right? This feels like almost like that, the dream of, like, the get-rich scheme of a thing I can do to get money real fast in order to make these things happen. And I think it's an unfortunate thing if, they were really looking forward to making this happen, and they couldn't because they didn't realize, or they didn't know, or they did a bad job of doing the research to understand that there was going to be a negative reception to this. I think that whole the whole circumstance is unfortunate for them, but I am glad that where we landed is them going, actually, never mind, like, you guys are right, we're not going to do this anymore, even though it was a painful process to get here.
When do you think what's going to be the next game that's going to try to do this? Or is it going to be quiet for a while?
Oh, it's not going to be quiet for a while. I think it's only going to be more.
Like, tomorrow, next week, like, if you had to, like, bet money on, like, what month and year we're going to see this happen again?
January. I think now, I think for the next couple of weeks, the video games industry is going to be pretty chill because, like, it's break, it's holidays. I don't think people are trying to announce things during holidays, especially NFTs. Like, you know what? An NFT debacle during Christmas, you don't know work during Christmas. I think in January, when things get back going, multiple games that you are looking forward to are going to announce NFT integration, or multiple publishers that you're into are going to announce NFT integration. Because I think it's an easy thing to try and integrate in video games. I think video games more than anything else, like right next to art, are like it's easy to implement in it.
It's. I mean, obviously, like NFTs are different than like a cosmetic. I mean, when you see them in practice, they do seem very similar to like stuff we already have. I think the way they function and the always online thing, and stuff, and like the amount of energy that takes up, and all those other layers are more so what people have a problem with, than the idea of, oh, it's dumb to like own something that's like not like that's a lot of what we own. So like because that's a lot of gaming. But this is like a different. It is not a one-to-one, and I think a lot of studios are treating it like it's a one-to-one, but a lot of people are like, it's not a one-to-one because it is not a one-to-one. And I saw a tweet, I wish I remembered who it was from, I feel like I probably did retweet it, that was really well stated, and it was like, we already decided that the janky or like easy way, quote-unquote easy way, to earn money and get money from the consumers in games is like cosmetics and DLC. Like, that's what you got. You got that, rock that. Like, don't add this other additional layer. I feel like it's the real-world version of, like, when there's too many currencies in a game, but this one also has, like, a negative environmental impact, so, like, that's not good.
Exactly. I think that is the big thing when it comes to why people react so negatively. This is, like, the nightmare of, like, the rabbit hole we can go down with, like, the things you can do with microtransactions. This is, like, that last step of, like, oh no, this is shitty. This is now this is ruining video games. Like microtransactions and like DLC and stuff, I think to some extent are beneficial and can be awesome in some cases, not in all cases, right? Like we've had the whole loot box fiasco, we've had a billion different cases of shit, this feels gross, or this feels like it is either taking advantage of the consumer or it's just mispriced or whatever the case is. NFTs, I think, are that last logical of, oh, this isn't fun anymore. You're taking all the fun out of video games. Now it is me trying to grind for 100 hours so I can obtain this exclusive item, these exclusive shoes that only I own now. Oh man, but not like, and now I am selling these on the market for $50 to my friend who like also wanted the shoe. Like the way that this is opening up like a lot of shit that I think is going to take away from the actual shit that makes video games fun. I think is unfortunate. And I think to go back to the question of where do we see this next, I think it is going to be in the games where you are collecting things, right? The games where it is I'm going around, I'm collecting either players for a sports game. I think we're very lucky that Nintendo's behind the times. I think we said this like on another podcast. But like Pokemon Legends Arceus, like if Nintendo was a different company that was like technologically like up to date, I'm sure like fucking Pokemon Legends Arceus, you would be capturing an NFT Pikachu. Like get rid of shinies, replace them with NFTs. Like it'd be that type of shit. Oh yeah. But yeah, like I mean, my prediction on like, and not even a prediction, I think on the worst possible level, a thing that could realistically happen on the big scale would be Fortnite, like adding in NFTs. I think they're already like kind of poised, like they're in the perfect place where if they wanted to, I think they can make it happen, and I think they would make it work because Fortnite is big and it's hard to push against Fortnite, right? Stalker 2 is trying to like get out there and trying to market and trying to get in people's hands. Fortnite is already in people's hands. If Fortnite turned around and they were like, cool, we are announcing new NFT unlockable skins for your character, right? Here is an NFT version of Iron Man that you can get via Fortnite. Then we're in trouble. Then it's like, fuck, we don't have the resources to fight against this. Like, people are going to play it regardless. I think that is a scary situation. But that's also another thing that we'll see. Like, hopefully, at Fortnite, don't go down that dark path. But we'll see about that. You know what isn't a dark path, Janet? Patreon.com/kindafunnygames, where you can go to get the show ad-free. And speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by ButcherBox. If you ask me, the holidays are all about winning, whether that means getting the best gifts or cooking the best food. And when it comes to serving up the best holiday meals, especially meat, quality matters. Every month, ButcherBox ships a curated selection of high-quality meat straight to your home with free shipping in the continental U.S. There's no antibiotics or added hormones, and each box contains between 8 to 14 pounds of meat, depending on what you choose. I love ButcherBox. Recently, me and G got some of this, and oh man, the steak was fantastic. I just love meat, and ButcherBox makes that love a reality in my household. This holiday, ButcherBox is giving new members 1 pack of bacon for free in every box, plus $20 off each box for the first 5 months of your membership. That's free bacon for life and up to $100 off. Sign up at butcherbox.com/KFGD. That's butcherbox.com/KFGD. butcherbox.com/KFGD. Next up, shout out to Green Chef. Green Chef is America's #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. Green Chef makes cooking easy so you can spend less time planning and prepping and more time eating delicious home-cooked meals. Plus, Green Chef has options that fit every lifestyle: keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free, giving everybody options from Blessing to Kevin and his family with Paula being a vegetarian. Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and between the two of them, there's now something to choose for literally everyone. Both HelloFresh and Green Chef are awesome, so sometimes that choice is a little hard in a good way. I've been loving Green Chef. Every once in a while, Gia cooks it. It's been a wonder for Cool Greg and Blessing, like I was saying. Go to greenchef.com/KFGD10 and use code KFGD10 to get 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's greenchef.com/KFGD10 and code KFGD10 to get 10 free meals and free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. Next up, shout out to Credit Karma. If you've ever applied for a credit card or personal loan and been rejected, you know how frustrating it is and how dang often it seems to happen. That's why Credit Karma is changing the way people find and apply for cards and loans. Whether you're refinancing credit card debt or paying for an upcoming expense, Credit Karma uses your credit data to show you fresh personal loan offers that are personalized just for you. Members who compare loan offers on Credit Karma save an average of 30% on interest rates. That's a lot. It's totally free and easy to sign up for a Credit Karma account with no effect on your credit score. Credit Karma will even show you your approval odds so you can choose offers that you're more likely to get approved for and apply with more confidence. On Credit Karma, you can check out multiple loan offers side by side with easy-to-compare estimated terms. Ready to apply? Head to creditkarma.com/loan offers to see personalized offers with your approval odds right now. Go to creditkarma.com/loan offers to find the loan for you. That's creditkarma.com/loan offers. And finally, shout out to Amazon Music. You clearly have great taste in podcasts because you're listening to this right now. But why not try out Amazon Music? Amazon Music has more than 10 million free podcast episodes to listen to, but it's not just podcasts. They also have thousands of music stations and top playlists to stream for free. You can try out Amazon Music Unlimited. That gives you unlimited access to over 75 million songs, plus podcast, music videos, and more with unlimited skips. I have been getting hyped for Spider-Man No Way Home coming out, and I've been listening to a lot of the scores of previous Marvel movies from Marvel Studios projects. I've been listening to it all using Amazon Music. If you've never tried Amazon Music Unlimited, now is a great time. For a limited time, new customers can try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 3 months, no credit card required. Just go to amazon.com/KFGD. That's amazon.com/KFGD to try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 3 months. Amazon.com/KFGD. Renews automatically, cancel anytime, terms apply.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made through hours and hours of hardcore gaming. I'm not gaming for me, I'm gaming for you.
Transcend humanity with Omen.
We got 2 stories left in the Roper Report. Let's go to story number 3. A new Ghostbusters game is definitely happening, Ernie Hudson says. This is Chris Golian at Video Game Chronicle. A new Ghostbusters game is in the early stages of development, according to one of the main actors from the movies. Ernie Hudson, who plays Winston Zeddemore in the series, mentioned the project during a Q&A at the Celebrity Fan Fest in San Antonio, Texas on Wednesday. One attendee asked Hudson if he would ever want to appear in another Ghostbusters video game, to which he confirmed that one was in development. Ghostbusters News reports via Nintendo Life. Quote, in fact, I just got an email because we're doing another video game, Hudson confirmed. Quote, so they're scheduling it now to do the recording, and I'm not sure who's going to do it. I know me and Danny Aykroyd, I think. I'm not sure Bill Murray will do anything on it. So there will be another game, end quote. Hudson also joked that the development team was struggling to make his in-game character look like him. Quote, they've been sending me prototypes of the character to get my image right, and they seem to have a hard time creating my image. It's so weird to me that they can get Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis to look exactly like they look, but I end up looking like Eddie Murphy or somebody. End quote.
I don't understand what happened to the money.
So much.
Yeah,
I love that quote so much.
It also reminds me, like, it gave me a flashback to, oh my god, do you remember that? I think it was a basketball game. It was like not NBA Street. It was the other one. It was like something Ballers or whatever. I forgot the name of it. But like one of the like rappers that was going to be in it was like, I want my like special thing, kind of like their game, the version of the Game Breaker, to have like a falcon comes down and some crazy happens, and they're like, sure. And like that didn't happen because like the team was like, we can't do that. Like just tell me yes. So it really reminded me of that. If anyone remembers the name of that game or that rapper, let me know. But yeah, I mean...
Here, before you go on, let me step in real quick and say that I got you, bitches. Alright, earlier in the week, Tamora repeated one of my news stories, and I just repeated one of Tamora's news stories. That's right. It was done yesterday. Was that on purpose? No, it was on purpose. That's what I'm trying to make up for it. I apologize, everybody. I did repeat a news story. But Janet, go on and finish your thoughts so we can watch the next one.
It had to happen to somebody. Yeah. It's happening. Look at you get twice the thoughts for the same amount of time. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Ghostbusters game. You know, I'm not a big Ghostbusters person, but it is always interesting to kind of hear this stuff from like in weird ways and like not an official press release and just through like Q&A and conversations and stuff. But yeah, that is also one of my biggest game daily fears. Either repeating a story or like repeating a random tidbit where it's like maybe this isn't a story, but maybe you said it at one point. Like,
well, here's the thing. Like,
yeah.
I think it's happened multiple times this week because it's been such a dry week of news because we're in we're entering holiday season. People are very much lining up on news. It was going to be a 3-story Tuesday if I didn't get this story. It's story number 4. I was debating on including also. So let's get into it right now. Story number 4. GTA Online's new update confirms which original GTA 5 ending is canon. This is Jared Moore at IGN. And also, there are light spoilers. Let me remove the word light. There are spoilers for GTA 5 in this new story. If you care that much about like GTA's story, I assume that at this point you probably play GTA 5. And if you care about spoilers, and if you don't care about spoilers, then you like probably don't care about the spoilers in this story. And so I'm gonna read it. But yeah, GTA 5 spoilers ahead. You've been warned. A new update to GTA Online has seemingly confirmed which of the Grand Theft Auto 5's 3 original endings is canon. As reported by Kotaku, GTA Online's latest update, The Contract, features dialogue that seems to confirm what happens to Michael following the end of GTA 5. As part of the new missions, you help iconic rapper Dr. Dre in a bid to locate and recover the musician's lost phone and a range of unreleased material that resides on the device. As part of the hunt for the missing phone, Franklin ends up in a golf cart chase through a movie set in a bid to catch up with the man who has angered the rapper. Franklin's erratic driving forced the character to exclaim, quote, "Man, shit, I know one of the producers around here. I hope his ass ain't at work today," end quote. While not specifically referencing the producer by name, it seems almost certain that Franklin is referring to Michael, who in one of the GTA 5 endings begins working as producer on the very same movie set. For those who weren't quite able to complete GTA 5's campaign, the game has 3 different endings. While endings A and B see either Trevor or Michael die at the hands of Franklin respectively, option C ties together the narrative's loose ends in a way that allows all 3 of the game protagonists to survive. And let me add to the story that in a previous Grand Theft Auto GTA Online DLC expansion, you did beat Trevor and do missions with Trevor, right? So I think that is inferring that both Trevor and Michael seem to be alive in this post GTA 5 world. So congratulations, everybody, we've done it. Option C is the correct option.
There you go.
Jay, do you care about this at all?
Not particularly in the sense that I am one of the few people that hasn't played GTA 5. You know how it's like, who's still buying it? It's going to be me. I don't know when. Or we might already own it somewhere.
You probably already own it.
Yeah, but...
Just wait till next gen.
Wait, yeah, right, because when's that coming? When's it supposed to be?
Spring.
It's kind of far, though. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm going to be busy in the beginning.
You made it this far.
Yeah.
You made it, the game came out 7 years ago. Wait, 6 more months?
Yeah, I was a different person then. I'm me now. You know what I mean?
Are you really going to play GTA 5? Like, the GTA 5 story campaign in the next, 4 months?
Sure, why not? You lie to me all the time, so I think it's about time I'm gonna reverse it. Yeah.
When have I ever lied to you? When have I ever lied to you, Janet?
Constantly.
Name one lie.
Horizon DLC going.
The beginning of it is great. The beginning of it is awesome.
I hope we got a lot to say about the first 10 minutes, because...
How fucking dare you expose me on my show? Alright, I bring you to a guest into this channel.
Okay.
Wait, this I think this is a cool tidbit, right? The confirmation. I think the confirmation of like the ending is cool, and then also I've not talked about the expansion, like my actual gameplay impressions of it on a show yet, and I've been enjoying it. I've like done quite a few of the Dr. Dre missions, and Dr. Dre's model in the game looks magnificent. He looks better than everybody else in the game, and I believe he did motion capture for the DLC. And so, like, you can tell, like, that is Dr. Dre. Like, it is Dr. Dre. So I love that. But then also, I love how much of a story expansion this is. Like, I'm getting the follow-ups to Lamar, to Franklin, getting them in, like, a new scenario. I'm getting new characters that I hadn't met before. And the banter and back and forth is really funny. Like, there's one clip I tweeted on my Twitter that was a clip of me streaming it. And it was, like, a 13-second clip from a cutscene of, like, them joking around, and like it's Lamar, and he's like, oh yeah, who's your client? And then looks at the computer, and it's like, bro, your client is Dr. Dre, like, and he lost his phone, bro. That's Dr. Dre. That means a physician. You know how important that is. Like the writing of it is so good. It's so funny. And yeah, I'm glad that they were able to seemingly so far pull it off.
Nice.
Also, Dr. Dre is Jack. Lexi Gunner in chat says Dr. Jack, which is really funny because Dr. Dre is looking great in this video game, which I'm sure was part of the contract. But Janet, I can't wait to see what other rappers make their way into GTA 5 online DLC expansion packs, but that is just so far away. If I went and was coming out to mom drop shops today, where would I look?
The official list of upcoming software across each and every platform, as listed by the Kinda Funny Games daily show hosts each and every weekday.
Yeah. Out today, we got Aspire, Ina's Tale for Xbox One, Switch, and PC, Ancient Cities for PC, Power Pushout for PC and Mac. Hold on.
Oh shit, real good.
Power Pushout, that's a name. Murder Diaries 3, Santa's Trail of Blood for PC. Holy shit.
How festive.
Yeah. Forgotten Hill, Disillusion for Switch, Him and Her 3 for Switch, Skyfleet for PC, and then the legendary anti-RPG Moon is now available worldwide for PS4, PS5, and Steam, which is really cool. You love to see it. And then 5 additional Sega Genesis games are now available for Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members. You're getting Altered Beast, Toe Jam and Earl, Dynamite Heady, Sword of Vermilion, and Thunder Force 2. We got an NVIDIA GeForce update for you. Remember that we've partnered with NVIDIA to keep you updated on all the latest GeForce RTX additions to your favorite games. And today, we want to tell you about a special PC. It is the Matrix Custom PC. To celebrate the launch of The Matrix Resurrections in US theaters and on HBO Max on December 22nd, NVIDIA has partnered with Warner Brothers Pictures to bring GeForce gamers a chance to win one of 3 custom, officially licensed Matrix-themed modded PCs. These builds are one of a kind and built with the latest GeForce RTX graphics cards and are fully water-cooled and customized. Second prize is one of 5 extremely rare custom Matrix Resurrections GPU backplates that can attach to a GeForce 3080 Ti graphics card or displayed as a super limited edition decorative item. Sweepstakes runs from December 14th to December 22nd on NVIDIA's social channels. More details and a bio on the PC builders that created these custom PCs can be found on GeForce.com. New dates for you. This was tweeted out this morning by @NeonWhiteDev. They tweeted out, "Hey everyone, I wanted to give a quick update regarding the release date of Neon White. It's still coming this winter, it's just early 2022. The team is working hard to create the best experience possible, and we cannot wait for you guys to see what we have in store. So if you're like me and you're really looking forward to Neon White, look forward to it in early 2022. Hidden Deep launches into Steam Early Access on January 24th, 2022. Red Cap Zombie Hunter is coming to Steam on December 21st. And then World Nations game, an online MMO game, will be coming to Steam on December 24th. We got one deal of the day for you. Shenmue 3 is available for free on Epic Game Store, so hop on that. Remember, you can go to patreon.com. What's up, Kevin?
Just one more little out today. This is from Greg Miller. Spotify just added today the ratings.
Oh!
So you
rate
Spotify.
Spotify.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Go through.
So far.
What I need you guys to do, right? I need you guys to rate 2 specific podcasts. I need you to go and rate Kind of Funny Games Daily, and then go and rate PS I Love You XOXO. Alright, just do that for me. Yeah, but like those are the important ones, you know? Those are the ones that get me paid, you know what I mean, Kevin? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Go check that out. Go check it out. If you're on
Go check that
Spotify,
out.
if you're using Spotify, please go and rate us.
Yeah, that would mean a lot. Even if you don't use Spotify, download Spotify.
Even better. Even better.
Yeah, we can use all the rating on that as we can get, especially as you want Kind of Funny to grow and get more people's ears and hands. So please go and do that. If you're on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, you can skip the ads. You can write up with your questions, and you can also write in with your squad ups, just like KDG did. But KDG wrote in with a squad up success story. At the start of the year, I wrote in with a squad up for help in NAC. I needed to pad my friends list with people who played to get better loot choices from chests, because I've been tricked into making a New Year's resolution to platinum it. Well, tonight I'll be doing the final chapters of my final run. Thank you to all the best friends who helped make this possible. Fuck diamonds, if you know, you know, and bring on NAC 2 in 2022. It was a really stupid resolution. Please, everyone, learn from my mistakes. Happy holidays, KDG. KDG, that is awesome. Congratulations. It took a whole year, but you did it. You absolutely did it. So go get that platinum. Remember, you can go to kindoffunny.com/youwrong. You write in a list of what we got wrong as we got it wrong, so we correct it for those watching later on YouTube, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, and on podcast services around the globe. Nana writes in and says, the last analog pocket delay was caused by new COVID restrictions with their assembly partners. That created a domino effect of delays beyond their control. Let's see if we got that. We got, bless the Ghostbusters news was covered yesterday. Alright, I got that. Great Mr. Liz says, hey, bless. Harold Ramus' name is pronounced Ramus, not Ramus. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that correction. Daniel says, the epic free game today is not Shenmue 3, but Neon Abyss. Shenmue 3 was yesterday. I apologize for that. Go get Neon Abyss. Because that is also a cool looking game. I believe that's one of them roguelites. Young roguelites. You ever played one of the young roguelites, Janet?
Yes, I have. I try. I don't know.
Very good.
I don't know how many I've even beaten is the thing the negative fact that I thought about myself the other day.
You don't beat roguelites, Janet. You just play them until they beat you. Exactly. You just stop. You just inevitably stop. There are many roguelites that I've started and be like, yo, this is fantastic, and I make it 90% of the way through, and I'm like, I think I'm done here. Dead Cells, I made it to like the last area, like the last, I'll just call it biome, the last biome. Got there a few times, and they were kicking my ass, and I was like, I think this is where I'm done. But I love Dead Cells. It's one of my favorite roguelites. I was just bad at it at that last level. That last level kicked my ass. If you're watching this live on Twitch after this, is Final Fantasy VII for PC with Mike and Andy. If you want to catch that stream later, you can subscribe to youtube.com/kindoffunnyplays. And this has been the last episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily. Janet, thank you so much for joining me on this one. Where can people find your work?
You can find me across the internet under the handle Game Onysus. That's Game ONYSUS on Twitter and Twitch are really big places. Instagram as well. And this Saturday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be capping off the holidays by finally playing Death Stranding for the first time. I'm going to be the delivery man because Santa. I don't know if this is amusing to anyone but me.
Yeah,
excited.
I love that. He's like Santa.
I did hear that it takes like 90 minutes to actually do any deliveries, so come watch We'll Eat Bugs in Caves is what I was told I'll be seeing. I don't know. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, go check that out. That actually sounds like a really great time. I'm going to pop into chat for that for a little bit. And yeah, thank you everybody for a great 2021. I'm not good at doing speeches on the fly. I'm very bad at being gracious on content.
This is the last episode.
Yeah, and I could have written something, but people don't want my written words. People want the words from the heart. And so thank you guys all for listening and watching over the course of the year. This has been a fantastic year of content. And these last few months without Greg Miller have been a challenge, but I think they've been great. I think we've been knocking out the park, and that's only been possible because of folks like Janet and Thor who have come in and guests on the shows and being able to bring their expertise. And I know people love the PS I Love Fridays and the Janet and me dynamic, and so hopefully we get way more of that in 2022. Because of course you're going to be on PS I Love You all the time because you're a regular on PS I Love You. It's going to be a very awesome time. And so yeah, once again, thank you guys all for a great 2021, and I look forward to hosting with you guys again in 2022. Remember, this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday live right here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We run you through the nerdy news you need to know about. We have a Patreon post show for those that are subbed at the store level on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. So stick around for that. Otherwise, until next time, Game Daily.
Multiple studies have shown that surgeons who game make 32% less errors.
I'm not gaming for me. I'm gaming for you.
Transcend humanity with Omen.
What's up, and welcome back to the last Kind of Funny Games cast of this blessed year, 2021. As always, I'm Tim Geddes, joined by the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
There's no more video games, Tim.
They're over.
I don't want to be.
Oh no, that's so sad. How does that make you feel, Mr. 30 Under 30? Blessing out of you, Judy.
It makes me sad, man, because I was looking forward to video games happening in February, but apparently they're over now, so I guess we're packing it up and go home, everybody.
Hate to burst and bust your bubble.
Every year on Gamescast at the beginning of the year, we usually have an episode with like a host, and that host ends up leaving. Who's that going to be next year? We're like a month away now. So it's going to be
taking a year. It's going to be me. It's going to be me. This whole thing, Andy, brings up a good point. There's no games to talk about. I'm not here. But you know, if we're going to celebrate the end of video games, there's only one man that can bring the right level of hype, and that man, of course, is the one that we so like.
Hey, thanks, Tim. And if video games are done tomorrow, guess what? I'm happy I ended with the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Some say 10 out of 10 video games is blessing, and I would say, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's hard to rank 4 10 out of 10 video games. It's going to be 5 10 out of 10 video games once you play the next one.
God, I'm so excited. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, of course. This is the Kind of Funny Games cast, where every single week, right here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, we get together to talk about video games and all the things that we love about them. You can get it on YouTube or roosterteeth.com, but you can also get it as a podcast by searching your favorite podcast service for Kind of Funny Games cast, and we'll be right there for you. If you wanted to get the show ad-free, if you want to watch live as we're recording it, and if you want the exclusive post-show, you got to go to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, just like what do we got here? Pranksy, Tyler Ross, Delaney Twinning, Julian the Gluten-Free Gamer, Alex J. Sandoval, James Hastings, Casey Andrew, and Greg Miller returns to content next month. Nick shouldn't quit now. You are the best around. If you don't have money to toss our way, that's fine. You can use the Epic Creator Code Kind of Funny on all Epic Store and Epic in-game purchases like Rocket League and Fortnite to help support Kind of Funny. Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out this Friday on Epic Game Store, so hey, if you're going to buy it there, use our code. And then come over to twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, where Andy Cortez is going to play it on PC for the first time.
That's so exciting. I nothing better than replaying an old game that you played already, like with a fresh coat of paint.
I hope that every ray will be traced in your honor, Andy. Let's see.
I don't even know if it has.
I don't even know
what
if it has. We'll have something for sure.
Ray J.
Yeah, shout out to Ray J. Today we're brought to you by Upstart Native and Green Chef. I wish there was a better transition there, bless, just for you. Fuck it, let's give a shout out to Ray God as well. Why not? You know what I mean? They're not sponsoring us today, but who cares?
Tim, do you not know the joke that ray tracing was made by Ray?
No, he was there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's layers to this shit. But it's all good. Layers to this show as well. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of things. The main big topic of the day is going to be Blessing's Game Award Adventures. We sent him down there. I can't wait to hear all about it. We're also going to take a look back at our predictions of all the award winners and who out of the three of us, Andy, Blessed, and me, won. Who got the most right, who got the most wrong. We'll have to wait and find out, because I want to talk about some games first with these beautiful boys. Andy Cortez, some new Halo playlists dropped. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, we got new Halo playlists ahead of schedule. They kind of went into overdrive and understood a lot of the issues that people were having with multiplayer. I don't think everything is fixed yet, but I am super thankful that the 343 team is seemingly, working their asses off and still trying to put new content out there. So new playlists dropped. One of the biggest issues, Tim, is everybody loves getting these challenges. Everybody loves trying to achieve and get these challenges done so that they could rank up in their battle pass and unlock more gear.
And one of the bigger problems is that you might have a challenge that says, kill this many people in Slayer. And the unfortunate thing is that you would play your little playlist, and you may not get a Slayer game for about 7 games, or 8 games in my case the other day when we played Rank, with Snowbike Mike and the crew. And that was not a great experience. So there is now a social Slayer playlist where you just get all Slayer matches on different sort of maps. So you can get that Slayer experience if you prefer that. They also added Tactical Slayer, which is SWAT, which we know as SWAT.
Why don't we just call it SWAT?
I gotta say in legal terms, Tim.
Splitgate don't know.
My problem with it is I think Splitgate does SWAT better, and I did not expect to feel that way. I loved SWAT back in the day, and man, it was a camp fest. Me and Mike played a bit of it yesterday, and it straight up became I was playing Valorant. I was playing like a Rainbow Six Siege shooter where your people are just camping on opposite ends, trying to peek corners, and you see a little tiny head pop up, and you don't even see a pixel of them, Tim. They're just peeking at the right corner. It became very stale very fast, and I hope that there are newer maps added in the future that can kind of enhance the experience to make it more fast-paced. The thing about Splitgate with SWAT, Tim, it's like you're flying across all these portals and getting mid-air headshots. It's a much funner time, in my opinion. They also added...
Can you explain what SWAT is, in case people might not know? Because I know a lot of people are new to Halo multiplayer.
SWAT is a type of Slayer mode where it's all kills. You start off with a battle rifle. There are no shields, and there's no radar. No shields meaning you get one headshot, the person's dead. There's no real long time to kill. The TTK isn't there. It's just one headshot, they're done for. And it's a game mode that a lot of us really adore, and it just kind of felt a little stale and slow playing it yesterday, unfortunately. Mike had a not-so-great experience on one of the bigger maps. Mike, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll talk about that. I think that comes down to maps. I think that's one of the big frustrations that we see with Halo Infinite multiplayers. There is only 10 maps. 5 of them are truly dedicated to the smaller size. 2 of them are just in random limbo, and then the 3 are for the big team battles. And I think really what's going on is there's a lot of game modes that they're trying that don't fit the map well. And for us, when you're playing SWAT, you want a smaller map, something that encourages people to move and kind of run around and have some fun with it. We got stuck on Behemoth, into launch sites, into Bazaar, and all of a sudden, it was just too big, right? That's not how these game modes are supposed to be. And also, launch site and Bazaar, it's just weird maps.
Truly the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing with these 2 maps. They're not built for 4v4. They're just a little too big for that kind of gameplay, and they're too small for 12v12, and there's just lost here.
Are one of those the big, like, capture the flag? There's 2 launchers on each side of the like...
Yes, so you're thinking of Behemoth, the big sand map. Yeah.
No, Behemoth is the one with the sand. The other one you're thinking of, less, I think, has the more forest sort of type looking one.
Yeah, it's one like it has a structure built kind of in the middle on the way to the other flag. And you can either go under or you can launch yourself to the sides. And
He's not
sure. I mean,
he's right with you, Mike. Yeah, he's right.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it's just I think it comes down to maps, and a lot of these game modes don't fit the map blend well. Tactical SWAT is definitely meant for more of the 4v4 maps. If you put us on Aquarius, that would have been a great one. If you put us on Recharge, that would have been a great one. Live Fire, those are the maps that you want to see. But then the issue becomes, now there's only 3 maps that fit this game mode, and you're going to play them over and over again. And so this team right now at 343 really has a big balancing act and a juggling act, in my opinion, to try to figure out how they implement new game modes and keep things fresh and fun, and also find a good balance. But at the same time, we only have 10 maps, and only a few of them are really being played. So when is the next step? What do they do? And it is pretty interesting to see the frustrations come out of me when I thought this would be the one to really elevate the gameplay there.
I'm not gaming for me. I'm gaming for you.
Transcend humanity with Omen.
Man, I'll admit that your KD wasn't great. I want to call you out. I need you to step it up a little bit.
My KD was not strong, is right, guys. Yeah, that's an issue. But I am having a ton of fun. I don't want to say a ton of fun, because I am hitting the mode where I've played all these maps too many times. Ranked keeps me coming back, which is good. and Big Teeth keeps it coming back. I think they need to add some more game modes like One Bomb Assault. I think they need to put in Fiesta or Infection into one of the just, hey, here's a week-long game mode, right? I know they're not trying to overdo it, but also they are really trying to do formulas that they have not put in, which is surprising.
Yeah, I ended up looking up Behemoth. I'm right there with you.
Pero tengo que poner así.
I not like those maps at all. And it's that exact thing of those maps are too big. And then I think launch site is one that has one capture, right? Where it is one flag, you take turns to try and capture that one flag, which feels like it belongs a little bit more than Halo, or at least I wish it was better in Halo, because like, playing it on that map just isn't fun. And I've not hit a wall with Halo Infinite, but I think I've hit the point where I'm not as addicted to it anymore. I still plan to go back to it. I just started campaign for the first time this last week, and I enjoyed the couple of hours I put in the campaign already. But I think from what I played the campaign so far, I think I do prefer the multiplayer. And with the multiplayer, I think I have hit my wall in terms of I need more content for this thing. I'm excited that they added back in Fiesta and the other modes, and I think I am going to go back, one, to try out SWAT, and then also to play Fiesta again, because Fiesta I think is just a fantastic time. That has been my favorite mode in multiplayer so far. But yeah, I want them to start adding things in a faster cadence. I think specifically maps is what the game needs right now.
Real quick, I just want to say, G just brought Moose in, he just got a haircut, and they gave him a little bow tie.
Oh my god.
That dog looks good.
Audio listeners, you don't know what you're missing.
That's
You
can have a formal tie.
No, I like the tie. My gosh, launch site. I cannot hate this map enough. There was a night where, because of people's frustrations trying to level up their battle pass and how shallow the battle pass already is, the amount of time I would just wanted to play for fun. I didn't really have a reason to level up. I just kind of wanted to hop in. I didn't have a big goal in mind necessarily. But I spawned into 3 straight games of 1 capture on launch site. Because when other people quit, you usually sort of fill that void. And there were 3 straight games where I'm starting in a game that's already begun, that's already 30 seconds in, or 2 rounds in, or a round in. And it was one of the most frustrating things ever in Halo so far, multiplayer. Where nobody wants to play this mode. Nobody wants to play this map. Nobody wants to play this mode on this map, more importantly. And I just kept on spawning into games